Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really quite awesome, and that is what I like to call the industrial water station. Now the idea behind this one really is quite cool. All you have to do is chuck a bunch of empty buckets into the top chest, they will then be processed through the system, filled up with water, and dropped down into the bottom chest. Very fast, very efficient, it allows you to get plenty of water in no time, so let's take a closer look. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is a really easy build to use. In fact, you don't have to flick any levers, you don't have to press any buttons or anything like that. All you have to do is go to this top chest here, chuck in all of your buckets, and you will see that everything begins to fire up automatically. We've got water being taken down into these dispensers, and if we go down to the bottom, you can see that our double chest is filling up relatively quickly with full water buckets. Now, it's not ridiculously fast, but you can see we're getting a couple of buckets of water every second or so, which I would say is fairly impressive. But I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would I get a machine to do this for me? I can fill up water buckets just fine on my own. Well, here's the thing. While you're doing this, while this is filling up with water buckets, you could do something else more important. For example, grabbing yourself a glass of water. It's done! So now that I'm nice and hydrated, I'm going to try my best to explain to you how this whole machine works. So basically up at the top here, of course, we have got ourselves the input chest. When we chuck the buckets into there, all of the buckets flow down into these dispensers. When a bucket enters this dispenser, this comparator will give an output which actually locks the hopper running into it, meaning you don't get more than one bucket going in there at once. Then what happens is we get an output going through into this circuit, which activates the dispenser, causing it to pick up all of the water, which actually increases the signal strength coming out of this comparator, meaning that it runs down into this circuit at the bottom here, which unlocks this bottom hopper, allowing the water bucket to pass from the dispenser down into the hopper and down into all of these chests. And then of course the comparator stops giving an output and everything unlocks, allowing another bucket to pass in so that the whole process can start all over again. Multiply this by 2 and you've got yourself a pretty sweet mechanism. So that's the brains behind the build, but I'm sure there's some of you out there who are going to want to take a little bit of a closer look at all of the redstone behind this thing, which is absolutely fine, and as always there is a world download down in the description for anyone that wants to check that out. But most importantly, for those of you who want to build it, how about we crack on with that tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to build the right hand side of the build. The reason I'm only doing one side of it is because the other side is the exact same, it is just mirrored. So if you do want to do both sides to combine them together to make it really fast, then that is all you have to do, just mirror it. But anyway, if we just head over here, we have got ourselves a 4x6 area, and the first thing that we're going to be doing is we want to take out these two blocks, place down a chest there, a hopper running into the chest, a hopper on top, a dispenser facing upwards there, and then a hopper running into the side of that dispenser, and a chest on top like that. That is where your empty buckets are going to be going, and that is where your full buckets are going to be going. Now we are going to be creating our water collection system. So you want to place blocks in like this. Make sure that this block here is a solid block, because we're going to be taking a comparator output from that one. But anyway, we want to place blocks all the way across like this, a block up at the end, and then place a water source on either side, and you've got yourself a good start. Now for all of your wiring bits, you just want to head over to this solid block here off the edge of your dispenser, place a block out like this, a comparator facing in this direction right here. That is going to be running out into a block up like this, a sticky piston facing across here with a redstone power block on its face. That is what's going to be locking up this hopper. Then we're just going to create a slight pulse extender here that is going to be powering this piston just to keep that pulse going for a little while longer. So you want to run a repeater into that piston right there. Then on the side of this block, you want to place a redstone torch, a repeater running out from that torch into a block up like this, redstone dust on top of this block, and then a block up like that with a redstone torch on the side of that one. That is going to be powering your dispenser. Then you want to place a redstone dust down at the bottom here, 2 repeaters like that. That is going to be running into this block up at the end with a redstone torch on the side, and believe it or not, that is all of your redstone circuitry done. So if you just give this a quick test and chuck a bunch of buckets into here, you will see that the whole system starts working, everything is firing correctly, and the buckets are being picked up, put through into the dispenser. They're then picking up the water, going down into these hoppers here, and finally ending up in the chest. Now as I say, you might want to build 2 of these, put them both together to get a faster water system, which is entirely acceptable. And as you can see, the design itself is actually really very good and compact, and they can be put right next to one another without any of the redstone canoodling or breaking. So I would suggest doing that because it does make things very fast indeed. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.